friends, welcome back to my channel and welcome to day 4 of Bookmas. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you my bookish wish list. I broke it down into 4 sections. I have for reading, skincare and makeup, technology, and miscellaneous. And then at the end of the video, I'm also going to be giving you some recommendations, kind of things that I would ask for if I didn't already own them. But I do want to preface this by saying I'm not expecting any of these gifts. I'm just saying this is what's on my wish list because some of these items are very expensive and I don't expect anybody to buy me these. I just kind of have them on my overall wish list. So let's go ahead and jump into the first category, which is reading. And the first thing I have on here is a new Kindle. I absolutely love my Kindle. I use it like every day, although it is very run down. It is very slow and it doesn't really hold a charge that well. And I've just been really wanting a new Kindle, so that's the first thing. And then something that would go along with the Kindle are like Kindle cases. I really like the burger cases. Here are a couple designs that I really like. We have the Lucky Charm one, we have the Rodeo one, and then the Love Struck one. I think those ones are super cute. And then along the lines of reading, I would also appreciate like gift cards, like Barnes & Noble gift cards. I don't really go to Barnes & Noble that often because of how expensive it is. So whenever I get a gift card for Barnes & Noble, it's like a whole like experience for me, which I absolutely love. So gift cards, Kindle cases, that's what we got so far. And then another good gift idea for the readers in your life are special editions of their favorite books. For me, for example, I would really like the special editions of Throne of Glass and ACOTAR from this website specifically, but I also really want to get my hands on the collector's edition of Magnolia Parks that recently came out, which looks like this. But lots of other special editions that you could get. There's so many amazing artists out there that do the edges and everything, and it just looks so good to display. So that's definitely a really good idea. And then another small item I have is clay page holders or acrylic page holders. Here are some examples. I just feel like that's such a fun way to hold the page open without breaking your thumb, especially for hardbacks. It definitely can get draining on your thumbs and your wrist, and having something to hold the pages open for you definitely seems like it would be kind of game changing. So that's definitely a good idea as well. And then kind of along that same line is just like cute bookmarks. Of course, every reader loves their bookmarks, and there's just so many options for bookmarks, and that's such an easy gift as well. And then another item I had on my wish list was a reading neck pillow. I don't know if that's a real thing or not, just something that kind of like holds your neck up while you're reading. If that's a real thing, I need that so bad because my neck pain from like sitting up and reading is insane. So if that's the thing, I would love a reading neck pillow, but I don't even know if that's a real thing or not. And then also a personalized library kit. These are really cool to personalize your actual library when you're trying to collect enough books to have your own library. And basically it's just like a stamp and then like some reading logs and reading sheets and whatnot. But the stamp is personalized with like your name, so it'll say like Samantha's Library. And I just think that is so cool and so fun to do to my books, and I've always wanted one. So that's another option. And then another thing that I thought was really cute, I feel like all readers are also big drink lovers, and for me, I really love my tea, whether it's matcha or just regular tea. And I think it's so cute when the tea is like loose leaf and it comes in these really cute cans. I just think that is so cute and so much better to drink because I know that the bags of tea, like it breaks down to so many microplastics a year. So I think that would be a really nice way to make tea as well. And of course it would need a tea steeper to go with it to put the leaves in there, and I also feel like it's something I would use fairly often. And then the last 2 things for the reading list is book sleeves. I think these are so cute. They're mostly handmade. If you get them on like Etsy, people actually hand make them, and there's so many different patterns. Here are a couple patterns that I really like. We have the flowers, we have like the cowboys on the horses, and then of course the bows. And then for the last thing for reading is obviously a reading light. This one is specifically for me. I need a reading light so bad. I don't know why I haven't bought one yet. They're really cheap, but I haven't bought myself one yet. So that's another idea. But that's all I can think of for the reading section of stuff that's on my bookish wish list. So let's go ahead and move on to category 2, which is skincare and makeup. This is what I mean when I say I don't expect people to buy me like the expensive things on this list, and that's because the first item on my skincare and makeup list is the Omnilux Contour LED Mask. This is a LED red light therapy mask. It's really good for cell turnover, tightening, acne scarring, all that kind of stuff. And I've really been wanting it for so long, but it's just so expensive. But I've heard so many good things about it. Like, I don't think I've heard a single negative review about it. So I've really been wanting to get my hand on that. And then along those lines, I also really want the New Face, which I believe is mostly for skin tightening. And it's just another like skincare technology tool that I really want. And then also I would like a slipper and robe set. Here are some designs that I think are really cute. I really want like a mature, classy robe slipper set. I really need a slipper and robe set. So, and then moving on to the makeup section, literally any Merit product I would be happy with. But more specifically, I really want the Great Skin Glow Serum. I would love a blush balm, and I would love their contour balm, and also their complexion stick. I really want to get my hands on that, but definitely anything Merit I would be so happy with because I love that brand. And then of course some eyeshadow palettes, some lip glosses. Here are some colors that I really like for those two items. And then the Rhode Barrier Butter, I really want to get that. I have been using the glazing milk for a couple of months, and I feel like it has really done wonders to like my skin shine and my skin moisturizer and everything. And I really would think that the barrier butter would just help lock in more of that moisture and whatnot. So I really want to get my hands on that. And then we have the Refi Brow Gel. I tried this at Sephora and I should have just bought it then because the way that my eyebrows stayed in place all day and it tints it at the same time, I'm obsessed with that. I really want that brow gel. But those are all of my skincare makeup wish list items. Let's go ahead and move on to the few items that I have in the tech section. Starting off with some headphones. I have AirPods. One of them are broken, but I really just want some like over the head headphones, if you know what I mean, like some real headphones. Because the AirPods, they kind of hurt my ears and my head after a while, and I feel like a cozy pair of real headphones would be better. The ones that I really like are the Sunny ones or the Beats, but I don't care either way. And then another item for tech is the Rode wireless mic pack. I have a microphone, but it won't connect to my camera, so I usually just use it whenever I'm filming with my phone, but I've been really wanting to get my hands on these Rode wireless mic packs because I've heard really good things about them. I've seen other YouTubers using them, and they're definitely a really nice tool that I really want. So there's that. And then along that same line, I would also like a camera travel bag. I'm too scared to take my camera out of my house because I'm afraid I will break it. So I would love to be able to take it out in like a travel bag and get some outside shots and whatnot. And then on the same note, I would love a laptop sleeve, like just something I could put my laptop in so I could take that with me as well. And then the last thing on my tech list is SD cards. I can always use more SD cards, especially with filming with my camera more. I run out of storage fairly fast on my SD cards, so could always use more SD cards. And then onto the last section, which is miscellaneous items. We have sentimental gifts, which is just anything handmade or like thrifted that like reminds people of me. I love sentimental gifts or like handmade gifts. And then we have PJs. I would love some cute cozy PJs. And a candle warmer. I really love low lighting, soft, warm lighting. So I've really been wanting a candle warmer. I also don't like lighting my candles. I get so scared of the flames, especially with all the books that I have. So I would love a way to melt the candle without a flame, if you know what I mean. So definitely would like a candle warmer. And then we have journals. I love journals. I have so many journals for so many different things. So obviously I could always use more journals. And then Jellycat. I want a Jellycat so bad. I have a few stuffed animals around my room, but I don't have a Jellycat, and I really want a Jellycat. Here are some of the ones that I think are really cute. And then the last thing is just like trinkets. Again, things that remind people of me. Stuff that I've told you I like at some point and you remembered. Those kind of things are really sweet to me, and I really appreciate that kind of stuff. So yeah. But that does bring us to the end of my wish list, all the things that I would like to receive as a gift. So now let's go over the things that I would recommend you to ask for, or things that I would ask for if I didn't already own them. And I'm gonna start off strong with a Kindle. I know I said that I want a new Kindle, but I would also recommend you asking for a Kindle as well, because I use my Kindle seriously every day. I love that thing, and I just think it's so accessible for reading and reading more. So definitely would recommend asking for a Kindle. Along with the Kindle, I would ask for a page turner. I love my Kindle page turner. I just clip it onto it, and then I get a little remote, and then I can set my Kindle up and literally just lay there and click it, and it'll turn the page for me. It is so much cozier than having to get my arm out of the blanket every time I want to turn the page. So I would definitely recommend that as well. And then along that same line, there's a Kindle holder. You can kind of either put it around your neck, or you can get the ones that stand on their own, and it's just somewhere you can hold the Kindle without having to use your hands. I feel like that goes really well with the page turner. That way you have it set up and you can just turn the page whenever you're ready. So those are things I'd recommend for Kindle wise. Otherwise, I would also recommend an Oura ring. I absolutely love my Oura ring. I've been using it for about half a year now. I ended up getting it for my birthday this year, and I feel like I have been tracking my stress, my sleep, and my cycle, and I've seen a lot of improvement in all three areas, if I'm being honest. So I would definitely recommend an Oura ring. It also tracks your activity and your steps, but it goes into a lot of detail with each of those sections. Like, it doesn't just tell you how long you slept, it'll tell you your RME, it'll tell you like if you woke up in the middle of the night, it'll tell you how long it took you to fall asleep, all this kind of stuff. It's really good for tracking your health and whatnot. So I really love my Oura ring. I would definitely recommend asking for one if you don't already have one, especially if you're trying to monitor your stress or your cycle or your activity or your sleep. Like, those are four like core parts of health that I've been tracking, and I've really seen a lot of improvement by tracking them, because you can track it and see what's wrong, see what's not going right, and then obviously you can try and do things to fix it, and then you can see if that what you're doing reflects onto those categories or not. So a really good investment, and I really love my Oura ring, so I would definitely recommend that. And then I would also recommend asking for sentimental gifts. I absolutely love sentimental gifts. I think those are my favorite gifts to receive. I also think they're the easiest gifts to ask for, because it really just puts the ball in their court. And then also I would recommend the Road glazing milk. Like I said, I have been using it for a few months now, and I feel like my skin has like this new shine to it. Like, I feel like I have new skin on my face because the moisture is just so locked in by using the glazing milk. And with the glazing milk, I've also been using the Physicians Hydro Boost serum, which I've been using it under my eyes, and I feel like I've seen a really big difference with the plumpness of my under eyes. So I would definitely recommend that combo as well. And then the last thing that I would recommend is a heated eye massager. I recently got one of these, and especially for a migraine girl, this thing has changed my life. I go to bed with it every night, and it kind of just instantly puts me to sleep. And then if I'm having a migraine, I can just throw it on. It blacks out everything, and it can connect to Bluetooth. So if you want to play like ambiance on YouTube and like migraine relief noises on YouTube, it's really good for that. And just overall like relaxation. It has like 4 modes, I think. It has a sleep mode, a soft mode, a wake up mode, and then a relax mode. I don't know, but it's really nice, and I really love mine. I look forward to it like literally every night. It's my favorite part of my nightly routine, is when I get to put my heated eye massager on and fall asleep to the ambiance that I put on with YouTube. So definitely would recommend asking for a heated eye massager. It feels so good too. You are going to thank me later, trust me. But that does bring us to the end of my bookish wish list and my recommendations. If any of these items are on your wish list as well, or if you own any of them, I would love to hear your thoughts and whatnot. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 5. Bye!